second thing, wow, like this is a really good one because I really believe that this is the driving force of the next bull rally for the market. This is a really big budget that we have. Let's establish the current state. You saw the GDP growth, right? India's GDP growth hit a 4-year low. I think the government has not done a good job in the current year because I really believe that India was 2 years ago. India was thriving, like all the sectors, like even the stock market was not doing well. The GDP numbers, all the numbers were doing good. Like all the numbers reflected growth in India. And we saw the market rally in 2023, 2024. Everything was a direct reflection of economy growing. Everything was a clear reflection of that. Suddenly everything stopped. And like I'm still trying to understand what happened because I think the new government came in. Maybe that's a different angle to play. But the growth stopped while US that is struggling economically. They have the highest debt in the world. Their markets are up. Now there's a lot of pressure on the government because they have to deliver on the fiscal deficit side. So let me give you a wild assumption that I have about the current budget. Post 2014, there were a lot of budgets announced. Some are good, some are bad. This year, 2025 budget should be, and that's just my understanding, should be the best one of all. I really believe that the government will not want to give up on the economy's growth because they have to strike when the iron is hot. Like there's no other option that they have. They have to maintain this growth because it takes a lot of effort, a lot of diplomacy, a lot of good factors internationally, domestically, from industries to bring all these industries together to get capex from them, for investors, for everything. It takes a lot of effort, and if they don't capitalize on this, they're missing out actually, because the time is right. Like that's what I feel, that's what I deeply want for the country. And yeah, like this is just my assumption. Let me give you a second challenge that the government is facing. Like private capex is down. Like this is not a new phenomenon. Like private capex has only showed up when they have to do expansion. Like this is what the RBI says it as well. Like private capex revival is not seen. So the government has to focus on this. They have to bring back all those leaders again. They have to set up meetings. They have to give them promises and actually show results. Now the other thing that is causing this crashes and all these problems is like higher taxes. Think of it logically, like higher taxes mean that there's less disposable income. There's less disposable income, there's less spending. When there's less spending, the government collects very few taxes and then their net revenue is down. So it's like a flywheel. The government has to spend more, the government has to reduce taxes and like keep that chain running. There's hope in this budget about lower taxes. I hope that the government takes it seriously. Now, the other area that the government is struggling with is like the welfare schemes. I really believe that there are some group of people in India that really need help from the government. They need assistance. They are struggling financially. They don't even have a roof over their head. Like they deserve like welfare assistance from the government. I hope that changes as well. The last one, like I think this is a major one, like unemployment crisis. Like globally, there's a lot of issues on the unemployment side, but I'm just going to focus on the Indian side because we're talking about Indian budget. Let me give you some backstory of unemployment challenges the government was like focusing on. So last year in May 2024, I put out a video saying that FMCG sector is going to gain out of this unemployment crisis. I was wrong there, like because I expected the government to act sooner after they came to power because there was a real issue on the unemployment side, but it took longer. And like for the last 8 or 9 months, FMCG sector has done poorly. 2 or 3 companies have done well, but apart from that, major companies have done poorly. Government will focus on unemployment crisis. They'll try to generate jobs through various schemes because rural India is where a lot of these FMCG companies have major revenue from. When the rural India grows, FMCG companies sales numbers spike, and then we see healthy upswing in the stock prices of FMCG companies. More jobs, again, like it's the same thing. More jobs, more money, more spending, more taxes. But somewhere in that circle right now, we see some sort of leakages. The government needs to figure out where that leakage is and fix it. And when we look at all things from a bird's eye view, when we look at all these 5 challenges from a bird's eye view, we can correlate many ideas. We can correlate pieces of which sector is going to do well, which sector is struggling, which sector will continue to struggle, and which sector will grow. So your job as an investor should be, okay, let's point out these things. I'm going to keep tabs on these 5 sectors. Here's what I'm doing as well. I'm noting down these 5 sectors. I'm going to write down notes. So this is one sector. This is the pain point of this sector. This is the solution required for this thing. There'd be some sort of solution presented in the budget. Most of these stocks are waiting for some hope. The stock prices have corrected so much that it seems at a throwaway price. A lot of these FMCG companies are available at a throwaway price.
If you like such interesting clips from my podcast, please do me a small favor. Hit that subscribe button, like the videos, share them with your friends and family, ring the bell icon, you know the drill, and I hope I can bring more value to you.